Hey, Joshua, why don't you just tell a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Josh Schaubach. I am new to the financial industry. I've been in it now about 6 months. Before that, I was in the fitness industry for almost 20 years. I own 4 gyms in 3 states. I've been in business for a long time. I was a career changer and decided to take on this challenge.
Awesome. Yeah, the financial industry is great. So what do you so far have liked the best about the training with us?
I've really liked the coaching in general because, as I said, I am pretty new to the financial industry. So, having somebody with your expertise and previously being a financial advisor for years, it's helped having the things that you went through, as well as just coaching along, particularly language on actually how to connect with people and get them to uh, find out what it is they are looking for versus me just kind of jumping at them and going, hey, I'm a financial advisor. You taught me a lot of the language around how to get them to engage.
Awesome. So what was kind of the biggest challenge that you had before we started working together when it came down to, prospecting or
I
lead
was,
generation?
yeah, I was getting to the point where I was out of my warm market. And so I was starting to do what they teach us within the company, which is, ask each of your current people for more people. And that was somewhat successful. I would have some, but it wasn't specialized. It was very generalized. It was, people were giving me random people instead of people that I was actually looking for. And through your program, I found to, one, specialize my practice working with specific people, and then ask for, working with the people that I want to work with versus just working with anybody.
Yeah, awesome. So what was kind of some of the big surprises from that? I mean, coming from a place where, I hear that a lot with advisors where they're working their warm market and then it's like, okay, I've got nobody to talk to. What was kind of give us some feedback from the perspective of, was there something surprising how maybe easy or quick it is to start building that audience?
Yes, it was surprising. It was, I guess what appealed to me about it was the fact that I was looking for something that could be automated and set up to where it was done in like off time, not something else. I don't have enough hours in the day as is. So if somebody were to come to me and say, I have this, but you have to put in this many hours, I don't know that I could have done it. So it was very helpful to have not only the language around it, but also the systems in place to be able to create it on autopilot.
Yeah. So from the perspective of looking at the program and working with me overall, what would you kind of say to somebody that's kind of thinking about working with us? What would you kind of mention to them from the perspective of why they should kind of work with us to, start implementing and putting a pipeline for lead generation into their business?
You have to invest in your business. And if you don't invest, like if we owned a brick and mortar store, if you didn't put product in it and you didn't put money into it to make it more appealing to your customers or your clients, the business fails. And this doesn't change with our business as financial advisors. We're growing our financial practice, and without investing in it, it's not going to grow. And that's what I would recommend them meeting with you, is invest in their business. And there's many things out there. As advisors, we have all kinds of people out there trying to sell us leads. And that's just us going, I guess, in a sense, investing in our business, but it's a temporary fix. It's here's a few leads, and then you don't have any plan in place. Whereas by hiring you, you're not selling leads. You're teaching them a method to create their own pipeline, to create their own leads, and that is sustainable. And that's what I was looking for. And I was glad that I invested working with you versus paying for some short-term leads. Now I've created a system that I have an ongoing source of leads.
Yeah, you essentially have the control over it. I think that's kind of the biggest thing.
Absolutely. Yep.
From the perspective of seeing the benefits, what were some of the results from the perspective of, I mean, we kind of started, and you mentioned working with gym owners. What have been some of the results that you have seen so far from working with me?
I'm really working towards creating that authority, and that's something that I am excited about. To be, I've always been the authority when it comes to the fitness industry. Most people know me in that area as an expert. Now I'm in the financial industry, and I'm trying to create that as well, because I realized that real early. Once I created that authority in my fitness business, I didn't have to go out and find clients; they came out and found me. And so I'm trying to duplicate that now through your help and your coaching. I feel that's been the most beneficial thing, is to let people know that not only am I a financial advisor, but I specialize working with gym owners and people in the fitness field, which I have yet to see anybody who does that. So it also has that uniqueness that rather than just some everyday general advisor that everybody knows, oh, you work with people like me, and that helps.
So it's not just about leads, and I think this is what you mentioned. Not just about leads; it's about building actually a business, and that's the biggest thing that I find advisors. Often they just go out there and try to get leads. It's about really building, not having a job, but having that business and
A
putting those
career,
systems
yeah,
and
yeah,
processes in there.
for the long term. Yep,
Yeah.
agreed.
So if somebody was kind of on the fence and they were not sure if they go and do this or not, what would you kind of tell them?
Um, I'd say, in a sense, it sounds pretty simple and blunt, but what have you got to lose? Most of the people that are going to need your services are probably people that don't have any type of pipeline. They don't have any type of lead generation or plan for that. So if they just keep doing what they've been doing, they're eventually going to burn out of this business. They're going to run out of leads, run out of people. So I would say, what do you have to lose? Give it a chance. And it's an attempt at investing in your business. I have found that it works for me. I mean, I will be referring people in my office because I'd like them to do as well. And I just think, hey, you got to give it a try. You got to see what's going to work. Otherwise, whatever you've been doing hasn't been working.
Yeah, no, exactly. And again, what it really comes down to, there's no competition. Like I said, I appreciate you mentioning, you're going to refer this to, other advisors, because everybody's got their special market, and we're working with you with gym owners, and it's a
Yep.
matter of putting you as the absolute authority with them. And when it comes to LinkedIn, you can find them very easily on there, right? I think within the first few weeks, we got you connected essentially with, 400 gym owners, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just a matter of nurturing them and building that relationship with them, right? So
Exactly.
was there anything else that you just kind of wanted to add, a question that maybe I didn't ask?
No, I've just been very grateful. I've appreciated it. It was definitely something when I first started that I was a little apprehensive. I mean, and didn't know because I'm so new to this, but I'm very glad that I did take that chance. And I just appreciate all the help you've given me along the way and coaching.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Joshua. Take care.
Absolutely.